Hello, my name is Ian Gray. I'm so honored that you are here watching my channel. I'm going to try to bring you the best stuff that you've ever heard. It's practical things, some woo-woo things, some crazy things, all these types of things that I've tried in my life, my laboratory, my life, and the ones that have yielded success for me. I bring to you the ones that I've gotten some mastery in because I want to see you succeed as well. So please subscribe, watch as many videos as you possibly can. Check me out on Facebook, on Instagram. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Write some comments in the bottom there and make sure that you share it wherever you feel relevant. I hope you have a great day and I hope this helps you get what you are looking for in life because it certainly has worked for me. Here we go. Why does meditation work? People ask me this all the time, like, okay, well, you're saying all these great things about meditation. I've heard about it, I've read about it, I've seen studies on it, but like nobody knows why it works, right? So I want to give you what I'm sure other people know, but I want to give you my version of why I think meditation works so effectively at getting people rid of their anxiety or their ADD or their depression or giving them purpose in their life. And I'll try to paint some pictures for you of exactly what is happening during meditation. So I'm going to assume that you've never meditated or feel like you've never successfully meditated. And that maybe you're looking to get into it and you're looking for reasons why so that you can make that change and make the time for it because we're always sacrificing our time for whatever we're doing. So doing meditations actually helps you to reclaim your time and get a better picture of what's going on in the world. And this is how it does that. When you live the busy lives that most of us live, and you have this never-ending to-do list, or you just feel busy all the time, or you just don't feel centered. If you don't feel centered in your life, you don't feel like you have your purpose, if you feel like the world is happening around you, happening to you, not happening for you, you don't feel like you're creating your world, then meditation is going to help. And this is why it's going to help. Because when you actually breathe, the word breath comes from the word spirit. So you're actually inhaling spirit, that air, that ether, that energy, the life force that keeps you connected to this body. So you're pulling in this spirit, right? So you're actually increasing the amount coming from this non-visible. You know air is real, but you don't see it, right? Just like spirit's real, you don't see it. So it's essentially got the same essence in it. So when you bring this in, you're actually receiving energy from Mother Earth and the plants and everything around you that is going to help you capture more spirit. And when you exhale, you're going to return that energy back in carbon dioxide, which is going to help the plants and the trees and the animals, everything. So you're actually doing this trade-off of spirit with your surroundings, which allows you to stay alive in this body, allows you to stay in this body. So when you close your eyes, and you don't have to close your eyes, there's plenty of people that don't close their eyes when they meditate, but when you do close your eyes, it's much easier to see into your mind's eye. So all these thoughts that run by our head over and over and over and over and over, right? Sometimes we'll get a thought and it will just keep coming and we'll just play in a circle and it'll be a wheel or be a cluster of thoughts, right? And like, how am I going to solve this problem? And you just keep in this endless hamster wheel, right? So what happens is when you're meditating, if you have that hamster wheel going and whatever capacity, it could be like the out of control one that keeps you up at night, or it could be the one that's playing in the background so subversive that you don't even realize that it's there. It's so subliminal and you don't even know that your mind's using energy on this task. It's somewhere behind your conscious thoughts. So when you step into this meditation time and you breathe in this spirit and you have your eyes closed and you have the silence and you have this thought hit you, what you learn to do is instead of following it down and making that loop, you just observe that thought. Boom. Oh, that's interesting. Boom. Oh, that's nice. Boom. I should write that down. I'm not going to. Boom. I'm going to forget. Oh, wait, let me get back on track. And you would concentrate on a mantra or a number or whatever you want to do. There's so many different ways of doing it, or just your breath. And just your breath is just really the easiest way. You just count your breaths. It's probably the easiest way for me. Anything that's going to center you, bring you back. So as soon as you think a thought, instead of running down that path, you just come back like one thought, two, and you just come back. So you can't run down that train of thoughts. What will happen is, instead of the thoughts zooming by like they probably do in the beginning, it's going to start to come slower and slower. It'll be one thought for every breath. And when that thought hits you, what you can do is you observe it and you can say, oh, that's nice, and let go. Or you might have it hit you and be like, ouch. You might be like, that sucks. It's coming across, the thought comes in the head, it's like, and it pisses you off that somebody did whatever it was to you. And what happens is, when you do take this breath in, you actually center yourself. So think of every single thought that you have as like the eye of a hurricane, right? And it's just spinning around. Spinning around as all your thoughts are actually on the outside of the hurricane, right? And what happens is we get caught up in that wheel and we're just spinning like a hurricane is. When you actually take your inhales and focus back onto that number or that mantra, whatever one you decide works best for you, or just the breath itself, it pulls you to the eye of the hurricane. And all those thoughts can be spinning around, and the farther outside you go, the faster it's spinning because it has more distance to cover in less time. So the closer you come to the center, now you get to a place where it's like, okay, that's even, that's good right there. Now I can actually see what's going around me, and I'm not caught up in it. And you might be slowly spinning with it, or you might kind of resist it a little bit and look back the other way. And what happens is you get so in alignment and so clear with what's actually important, and what's actually BS. So that's why it actually works so incredibly well, because when you get to that spot of peace where you're not caught up in all those thoughts and not caught up in all the emotions that come with those thoughts, you can delve into any part of that area, that hurricane, and look for whatever thought it is and just go grab it. You pluck it out and you bring it back with you to the center, and you can work on it from the center. But you have to come back to the center with it. So when that thought comes and you observe it and it says, oh, that's really pissing me off, then you can grab that thought and then look at it objectively and say to yourself, what is it that pisses me off so much about this? Why am I mad? Is it because I'm being jealous? Am I blaming somebody? Am I coming from a scarcity mindset? Because you're never angry because you're loving something, right? Nothing triggers you because it loves you. I mean, I guess things can trigger you and then you start crying because you love it so much, but that's a feeling that we want more of. So it's not like this upsetting trigger, but we don't want those emotions that are causing us pain. And meditation can help us to discover the source of the pain and not the symptoms, which is what we end up running into when we're out in that hurricane. So that is why I feel like meditation is so incredibly powerful, because when we get into that center place, we start to see the truth. And what I've done in my practice is I've worked on a lot of the truth about things that I was thinking that weren't good, weren't going well, and clean that stuff up first. And now I'm on the path of the journey of just expanding the possibilities, all the things that are on the higher end of the emotional scale, those things that I want more of in my life, and using meditation to get into those places. And there's times where I'm depressed or bored or any kind of negative emotion, that stuff hits me, and I can go back to meditation and I can find peace in that. And it was a great thing to learn for my relationship, because I started to learn how to approach things differently so that my wife and I can communicate better, and we could actually have the life that we wanted versus the life that we were living, which wasn't a bad one, but it's definitely upped its game significantly since practicing this stuff. It's really made some transformations. So that being said, when you meditate and you practice this, you slow things down, you can see what's going on around you for the truth that it is. You can see what items are things that don't serve you. You can investigate them, you can change them, you can manipulate them, you can grow your vision, you can grow your dream. So that's how I feel like meditation works and why it's so important. I hope that you take some time to watch some videos and practice it. Have a great day. that was useful for you. And I hope you take some time to subscribe, hit that little button, follow me on Facebook, and of course, check out my other videos. Write some comments below. Let me know what you think. Love to hear your feedback, and what you guys put out there is what I can try to give you guys some new stuff and answer any questions you have. I love it. So thank you again so much. Please share this with anybody you think might enjoy it, and we'll see you on the other side. Cheers.